Joe, and welcome back to the channel where I tell you what trades I'm taking and what to expect next for Bitcoin. So if we go back to the last video I was doing, I was very specific on a very key level of resistance that we were looking at. And excuse the room change, I have visited my parents, so we were in a completely different setting, not my usual nice studio. So obviously the bed's behind us, but I tried to stick a guitar back there. So anyway, regarding what with the last video we were looking at specifically. So highlighting a very key level here, I was expecting price to go down and push up into the $91,000 region. And we hit 90,500. We've since rejected. And now I'm looking for a very key pivotal long trade, which I'm going to show you in this video. Now, we didn't have the retracement down, but we had to push up into the region. I'll show you now. Let me take this page off there, which was specifically this level right here. So you had coming into the Fibonacci level, which is right over here. And then if you put that back up, you can see that it was tying into the point of control, which is right over here. So it was coming in at around 91,000. In total, we hit 90,500. And then we had the rejection. So basically what we were highlighting specifically was the liquidity above these highs, 1, 2, 3. We've since taken that out with very clear conviction. So 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to take off that because that's not relevant anymore and give you a picture of what's actually relevant and what I'm expecting. So if I want to keep it plain and simple, I am leaning more bullish here because obviously we've formed this range, right? We're in this range, up and down, up and down. We've had deviations happen here, and here. And we've hit midpoints 2 times. So the midpoints would be akin to this. So midpoint, 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 midpoint. And now we're straddling the line on this lower band here. So what I think is being formed here is a cup little pattern here where it's going to probably range here, go into this region. We should find a footing there, but to push to the upside. I think the longer we trade here, I don't want to see it trade for too long. In fact, I want to see it start to move up very soon. Otherwise, I will evaluate my plan and reconsider what I'm doing. But I think now is actually a very good time to be getting into spot. And my validation for this specifically would be these lows. I wouldn't want to see these lows be lost. And the reason being is because if you lose these lows, you're losing the value area region of this range. Okay. I want to highlight a very key 4-hour fair value gap has been tapped into here, right? So you hit the midpoint. You don't want to be losing the fair value gap. You don't want to be losing the value area low. You also don't want to be losing the Fibonacci pull. So there's a fair few levels that suggest that you don't want to be losing this region here. That's why my invalidation for this trade would be the lows here. So if I'm buying spot, I'll set a conditional order to sell it when it reaches $84,000 and take a loss of 3%. That being said, I think the upside is much higher. So let's say you get it in now, we run this all the way up to the highs. Well, then you got an 8% move, which I think is very doable. So that's what I'm looking at right now. If we want to look at the volume weighted averages, we're seeing a very large cluster. We have a lot above us. We pushed into that though, and we're starting to just trade within this range. I can guarantee you the Bollinger Bands are also starting to contract. So what you're seeing, and I've seen this many times before, what you're seeing is trend lines compress. You're seeing Bollinger Bands, and I'll actually pull it up here. Bollinger Bands start to compress, which I can guarantee you that they are. So that's the wrong metric. Let's go Bollinger Bands. So Bollinger Bands is right over here. We zoom it out to like a daily time frame. You can see that it was very thick and we're starting to converge. And even on the 4-hour, you can see that we're starting to tighten up. And usually when that happens, there's always going to be a breakout or a breakdown. And I'm leaning more to the upside that we're going to be pushing up. At least that's my base expectation. That's how I'm going to trade this. Now, we just want to look at daily levels. We've got a daily level down here. That's why I said I don't want to be losing this low because we can still sweep down here. But I think losing this low is line in the sand for me. I don't want to be in the trade anymore. We've got a weekly level down lower and a monthly level, which we've got just sitting at $82,000. So really a few different key levels there. But as far as I'm concerned, we are bouncing on the POC where we had a little dip, and I'll go into the more local timeframes in a second. But definitely I'm more looking at a trade that looks like something like this. Obviously to the heights that it goes, I'm not sure. But I would say your invalidation would be this low and your entry would be around here. So that's what I'll be looking at. Obviously take profit 1 would be the highs above here, then you'd scale it out as you go higher. But that's what I'm looking at. I think there's a high chance this plays out. And if we just want to zoom in on the more lower time frames, let's have a look at what we're seeing. So I guarantee you we hit a VWAP right there. So you can put that on there so you can see where that hit. Yeah, we hit that VWAP right there. So obviously we are doing one of these classic moves where I just want to put some confluence here so you can get a good picture. This is a very classic move. We're trapped between 2 volume bands, one down here and one down here. So price will range here for a bit and then we'll pick its side. I'm expecting up. That being said, we do have a little bit of liquidity under here, so we could have a sweep of the lows and then push up. What that could look like is coming down, taking into the daily, and then pushing up to the upside. If we drop any lower than that, I don't want to see it happen. So that's not my base expectation. I'm going to be trading based on what I'm expecting next, because that's what you guys want to know. What's the next thing, what to expect, right? So that's what I'm expecting in this video. We're highlighting that, pushing up to 91, pushing down, and then, yeah. Anyway, guys, that is the video today. It wasn't too long. It was 5 minutes. do me a favor, subscribe to the YouTube channel, put the post notifications on, because I'm giving you these trades live in the moment. If you were looking, you could have taken a short at these levels, and I'm telling you right now, I'm literally entering spot right now. My invalidation is down below it around this low. I don't want to see 84 lost. I'm entering spot now. My invalidation is $84,000. I will take a 3% hit on a loss. I think the probability is that we go higher. Doesn't mean we can't have a little spike down first, but I would say base case expectation is we've ranged in this range here. We're due for it to start to, it's compressing. I would say it's the pain trade is definitely up. So that's my base case right now, guys. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, WEEX links, Bybit links for trading. I'll see you guys in the next update. And yeah, for now, have a blessed day. And I will see you guys in the next video. And really, I'm bullish. I'm expecting higher, but we might have a little bit of chop before we get there, because I think we're going to be coming to the upper band of this range, taking out this high. There's a bunch of liquidity that's formed here too. Okay, order books are very thin. We're on holiday volume, so then anything can happen. So just get ready, and I'll catch you guys in the next update. For now, see you guys later, and have an awesome day.